Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're gonna hatch eggs today. Can you imagine that? We got Mike Hucker over here. He's hanging out. He's also a coach of living the dream. He did have a job one time. He worked for me. And you know
a real
what?
job.
Yeah, he worked for free for a long time, and then one day what happened to your bike?
The bike got stolen.
His bike got stolen. Then he had to go out in the real world and get a job. So he came in and said, "I got to make enough money for a bicycle," and he made enough money for a bicycle, and that was his last day at the job.
Pretty much.
And have you worked anywhere else?
I helped my dad out a little bit when he needed it.
Okay. So what he does for a living is he actually, there you go, Red Bull. He rides a bicycle for a living. Can you believe that? Get paid to ride a bicycle? Some people have all the luck. Oh yeah, I guess I get to cut snake eggs for a living and play with all my childhood dreams. So today we got a thing for the reptile report. We got a couple people here. Hopefully you guys have some good questions. But it's about a contest they had, but it's really not all about the contest. It's about the fact that we love reptiles, and this is just a way to bring people together, kind of like the Emmys. So anyway, what do we got a question about?
I'm going to ask you questions while you're doing the eggs. What's your name and your company, and what award did you win?
Oh my goodness. I think this year my company's name is Prehistoric Pets, but I have this hunch you know that. And these are python eggs, and what I was nominated for Python Personality of the Year. I don't know how they came up with personality, but anyway, these are the pythons part of it, and that was what I was nominated for.
What is it about your animals that fascinates you and blows your mind?
The fact that I never know what I'm gonna get. What do you guys think? That's a legit, right?
Good one.
It's like a box of chocolates. You just never know what you're going to get. Well, that's for your old people out there. Right?
I remember that.
Anyway, so like for instance, this had two dads. And at this point, it might only have one dad. Because we were convinced that it was the last dad, but it looks to me like it was the first father. And so what we bred was a golden child. Oh, maybe not. This might be a dual dad, maybe. Oh, look at this, guys. Come here. You got to check this out. You'll like this. You guys are lucky.
Whoa!
Is that cool or what?
Is that double-headed or just two?
I don't think so, but you know what? It's not impossible.
That's way cool.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. How did you know that was going to be in that egg?
I didn't. If I knew, I would have told everybody 5 minutes earlier.
That's why he just said you never know what you're gonna
It's like a box of chocolates. How many times you squished the chocolate to figure out what's in it? So I just squished the egg and found that there's twins in this one.
Oh my God.
So kind of cool, right? So this is what I call living the dream. That's our hashtag on Instagram. That's what these people are. They showed up because I put a little. I'd say tweet, but I'm not a tweeter very good. But I wish I was more of a tweeter. Some point I will. I'm actually just an Instagrammer.
It's an Insta party.
Yeah, it's an Insta party on Instagram. And of course, I'm a YouTuber, and not a real one. I don't do a lot of editing. I mostly just we do things just like, ooh, look at that. Sunfire is incredible. So it looks to be the Sunfire, be the dad.
Oh, you need
So
that.
far it's been consistently, I thought those were orange glows, but if we get an orange glow, you'll know it because it's darker.
So this is all the same mom.
This is the same mom, but we're not sure about the dad.
What kind was the mother?
What's that?
What kind of snake was the mother?
The mother was a lavender, we believe a lavender albino, but it's a lavender albino. There's two phases in here, so we know it's a lavender albino.
Do the dominant genes come from the male or the female?
The actually dominant gene came from the male. The male was a sun. In this case, so far, the dominant gene is a Sunfire. The other gene's recessive, but the snake we're trying to get is actually recessive with the recessive that makes a new snake, which is weird because it's almost like a codominant, but it's not. It's just that it's compatible, and there's a lot to learn for a guy that didn't finish high school. So what's the next question?
What's the best part about being a breeder / photographer / conservationist / personality / joker slash.
I don't know. I think I have to
Slash
joke.
J.
I have
Slash
to.
J.
I have to. Yeah, I've been called Slasher before too. Go to my YouTube channel. I'm a horrid guy that hurts snakes, but for some reason, if you look over there, we've got a little experience, and and a lot of babies have come out of here. But basically, I think I have to have a little humor because sometimes living the dream can be very tough. What do you think? How many bones you broken?
Too many.
There's some proof right there. This guy's famous, by the way.
He is famous. I watched his videos.
He's on TV all the time. He's been able his whole life do what he loves, and that's kind of a fun thing about life is we get a lot of choices in life, and I think one of the most important choices in life is to do what you want to do, and as much as you possibly can.
How do you feel about winning one or more, and clearly you've won more and there's more to come, of the Reptile Report's Best Awards?
I think it's cool. I'm not really that big about the rewards. I'm more about the fact that we all trying to get to a common goal, and we're fighting the government right now over these snakes. So to me, the more people that vote, the more people that come together, the better chance we have. Go ahead, you had a good question, I bet. I saw you raising your hand. You were polite.
I just want to wonder if, do the babies look like the mommy
That's right. So
when they are born?
they do. So the mom, I'll show you one that looks like the mom. So this here is a sunfire. It's a purple sunfire, and this here, let me see here. So we're gonna cut a few eggs here. Ooh, there's another sunfire. Nope. It looks like it, huh? But when you do it, it's like him riding a bicycle. He's crashed a few times, but
Fine line between breaking your neck and getting a scratch.
if I did what he did for a living, I wouldn't be here. You'd be busy. Maybe the whole place wouldn't be here because I'd be dead. So luckily, I just get a couple bites here and there, and ooh, there I get this. Could that be an orange glow?
Is that the new
Boy,
snake?
it's not. It's just a super.
Why do you think it's important to recognize excellence in this community, the reptile community, and this industry?
Because I think it just brings people together, and we get to talk about things that are exciting, and we get to see some of these new animals that people may not overlook. So this is about what the mom looked like. We were talking about looking like the mom. So this is actually a purple. The mom was a lavender, but so just slightly different shade. And so these snakes here look like the dad. This is a lavender, and that's a sunfire. So it's got extra genes. So they actually look like the dad and the mother. And this snake doesn't look like either one. It's actually a little bit of the mom and a little bit of the dad. That's a sunfire purple. So it's a combine of the two of them, and they're both albinos. So I don't usually by now we'd hit a split father baby by now, and that one looks like it, but it doesn't because it looks like a sunfire too. So there's a lav.
Well, if you hit twins first, like
That's
where
pretty
do you
cool.
go from there?
Right,
Like,
it's pretty hard, but
triplets, maybe
Hey.
three-headed snakes.
Hey, we already hit a pretty cool one, right?
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite things about the industry, and how do you feel about the Herpetoculture Hall of Fame?
I think it's cool. There's a lot of people that have been doing it for decades that people don't even know, and I think it's fun to be able to find out all these people have been doing it for more than decades. There's people have been doing it before me, and I'm old, so it's really cool. There's a golden child, and so I think it's good, and I think it's, the fact that they're, it's nice to people that puts a lot of blood, tears, and sweat into the whole industry and started it. They get a little bit of credit. So there's, you can see all the vessels. See, there's another sunfire. Oh, I'm doing good on sunfire golden
There's
childs.
a lot of dads right now.
What's that? There's only one dad.
No, but there's a lot that look like the dads
Oh
rather
yes,
than look
exactly,
like the moms.
exactly right.
And now they just want you to give, the Reptile Report wants you to give any
Oh,
other...
We got to interrupt this broadcast.
Oh,
for
no.
Another cool twin.
Oh.
I'm
Two
90%
sets of
sure.
twins?
Look at that. So this video is totally cool. So we got two sets of twins. There's one snake there and one snake there. This is two snakes, but I'm not going to pull the other one out because it's not quite out of its sack yet. Let me see. Actually, I should, because I actually do that on purpose because I don't want them to. Let's see here. There you go.
Oh.
Another set of twins. So that's the second set of twins in this clutch. And there you go. Look at that. Pretty exciting, right? What do you think? Pretty neat? It was worth coming down here last minute. So, what were you going to say one more time,
They just want to
Savannah?
know all your positive thoughts that you'd like to contribute to this presentation.
Well, I think that at the end of the day, that chasing whatever, I use the word chasing, but keeping your dream alive, whatever that is, maybe you have to do something else for a while in order to get to your dream. Wow, that's beautiful. It's just bright, bright color. So I think that the most important message that I like to tell everybody is that, breeding reptiles, it's not only about breeding the reptiles, it's not only about making snakes, but it's actually about doing something that you love. And I think when you do something you love, your passion shows through, and I think that the more passionate we can have in the community and the more positive we have in the community, the better everything is. So I'm pretty sure that this clutch is all going to be the same, but this is a purple, 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 purple sunfire right there. Look at that thing. That is a pretty snake. That's one of my favorite snakes for how much genes it is.
I have a question.
Go ahead, quick question.
Okay, if it's twins, is one of the twins bigger than the other? Are they the same size, or is one dominant or not?
That's a great question. The only thing is I can't answer it because there's different. Sometimes it can be one bigger than the other. I think it depends on what kind of twins they are. I think typically snakes are twins from two simultaneously being fertilized. And I'm not a scientist, but I think when they're that way, they have a tendency of being the same size because they have one. Actually, I think that would maybe be. I don't know. I think that I'm a little stumped on that question.
Yay, good question.
I think. Oh, really? Just because you threw me under the bus?
because I was looking at this one and it's so much bigger than the other ones, and I just wondered.
Well, when there's twins, of course, they only got the same amount of energy for two snakes, so there's going to be less. And I'm thinking that we got twins again, but I could be wrong.
2 eggs.
3 sets of twins would be pretty cool, huh?
It's already cool as 2 sets of twins.
Hey.
That's crazy.
I'm almost sure. It just the first clue with twins is they're a little smaller. The second clue of rule to know if there's twins is. Oh God! I'm trying to like drum roll in here. It didn't work.
So long.
I was going to show you this. The other part of knowing that there's 2 sets of twins is if it's a set of twins or not. And
The other egg.
oh, you can't go into somebody else's egg.
It's against the wall of having an egg.
Is that there's 2 heads.
Oh my God!
When there's 2 heads, it's usually a set of twins. And the funny thing is, when there's 2 heads in one snake, it's really a type of twin. And what do they call that? Siamese twins. And Siamese twins can be all different forms. We've actually had a 2-headed retic one time. We've actually had 2 2-headed retics over the years, but we've never had one survive. We had one, the last one almost made it.
What's
So
the survival rate of all of
the survival rate in captivity is, obviously nothing compared to the wild because, the funny part is in the wild, when you have eggs, if a mother produces a clutch every year and she has, let's say, 30 babies, and if there would be so many snakes in the wild, it'd be crazy. But the truth of the matter is, there's probably less than 1% that survive. Better pay attention here. I might finally make a mistake. I make lots of mistakes, but I don't usually make any mistakes cutting eggs. So anyway, I think that we probably answered all the questions. Do you guys have any good questions? No good questions?
How much is the most set of twins you've ever had in one clutch?
Oh, you guys need to Google that. What's the most set of how many twins did we had one time? We had twins, we had triplets. How many views does that video have? How many do you think it has?
4 million?
4 million views.
You had triplets in one before?
We had triplets, we had twins, and I can't remember. I should know it, but we had so many twins it ain't funny. But right now we got 3 sets of twins right here.
Now where does these
Are you guys willing to wait till the end and see if I have 4 sets of twins? That's not a twin, but it's a beautiful sun golden. What were you asking?
Where do they go from here after you open them?
Well, what we do is basically we cut them all open to help. And the reason why we cut them all open is to ensure that they can get out, because like that set of twins isn't going to be as strong as a normal set of babies. And so in the wild, they would probably die and never make it out of the egg. But in captivity, I don't really need to have that cull. And so what we do is we make sure that they get out. Well, that's a beautiful snake. I bet we find another set of twins in here. I mean, there could be a set of twins I overlooked too.
That's so crazy.
And so the idea is that we cut the egg so they get out. They can get out. And the reason why I put my finger in there is because I want to make sure they get out of their membrane. So I kind of pull it out like that so the membrane's broken. And so that's just kind of the way I do it. I've always done it. And I didn't always do it. I used to let them hatch themselves. And after having too many babies die, I didn't really get me that excited. And by the way, guys, I'm making a video in about 5 minutes of pulling eggs. So it's a super, super duper evening. And that is another one. This is like the mom. It's that's exact like the mom. A lavender albino. And let's see what else we got here. Come on, we got it. Oh, no, it's not a twin. I thought it was a twin for 1 second. We want to back those up?
Yeah.
It's a big, fat, healthy sunfire, lavender, purple tail. Can't be a purple tail if it's a lav tail. So I named them purple tails when I started hatching because I just thought it was a cool name because they had purple tails. So one of our golden childs produces those, and we have it in gold. We have it in sunfire, and we have it in non-sunfire. And there's another nice lavender sunfire. I'm pretty sure that's not a twin. Oh, let's see here. Maybe. Like I told you, there's one way to find out real easy. Oh, there we go. Set number 4. At least 4 sets of twins, guys. I'm so glad you're here. Nobody would believe me otherwise.
That's so crazy.
My stories are so crazy, sometimes they all think I'm crazy. I wonder why they think I'm crazy.
How many eggs are here?
How many eggs are here, Savannah?
39 it says on the side.
That's how many we started with, it's 39. He
And
said
then
he
my
read.
next question was, how many did they all make it?
Nope.
29,
29 eggs. How many we started with?
39.
And there's only
Maybe.
29?
I might have counted wrong.
Yeah, that doesn't sound right.
Sometimes I count wrong.
There's so many.
I think I have another twin.
How many twins do you usually get in each clutch?
None.
Really?
No.
Really?
This one's goopy.
I think it's 32.
So we lost 7 eggs, and we gained.
How many babies have you gotten in all?
4 dogs.
Okay, that one doesn't have a twin in it. Just a little bit smaller baby, but it's a beautiful purple. What were you asking me?
How many snakes does a mommy lay if those more than?
She's asking how many snakes they lay, how many eggs do they have. So, for all of you out there, make a comment below and you tell me how many eggs, how many babies, how many eggs they come out of a clutch. And meanwhile, I'm going to make another video and I'm going to tell her the answer. Peace out.